Hello. How's everyone doing today? I agree, it is too warm. It's very warm here. It feels like it wants to rain, but it keeps not raining. It's very humid. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. Oh, a kitty! I bet the cat's enjoying the heat. Mine certainly is. No! Thoughts and prayers for Lemur. I would love to see what your sister made for you. I love everyone posting their kitty cats. Hello, Saffron. Kaya, what did your sister make you? Yay! That's very cool. That would be a good shirt design. Oh, kitty in a bag. Kitty who hide in a bag. Did you all see Pilot's pictures of her puppy? She's so cute. The cutest baby. No, you didn't miss anything. The reaction literally just started. In that, the reaction hasn't actually started at all. I'm just talking to you guys right now. If it helps, you didn't miss much. When I'm reacting, I have the chat open on the laptop for recording and watching the show purposes, and I have it open on my phone so I can read the chat while it's in another window, because otherwise I can't see what you guys are saying while I'm watching the episode. It's honestly incredible, Kaya. Tell your sister that it's really cool. It's an interesting setup in that it is the most low-tech solution ever. It's the equivalent of having two books open at the same time. Oh, it's on my phone right now. I'm just not looking at it right now because there's no point. Because the episode hasn't started, so I might as well look at Discord. Yeah, I literally only have Discord on my phone so I can do this. I don't use it otherwise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Pilot's on her phone for Discord all the time. I'm not really a social media person. I'm old school. I just text people. I don't have Discord, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, I don't have anything. I use a telephone to telephone people. Well, I don't call people. I hate being on phone calls with people. I just don't like it. This is different for some reason. I don't know why. Well, that's a good idea, too. It might be because I don't think it's because you don't talk back. I don't know. I think it's because when I'm on the phone with people, I feel like I have to... I feel like if I mess up what I say, people are going to get mad at me. Which is irrational. But, you know, that's how fears work. Yeah, exactly. Messing up is part of it. Would it really be a what the heck is RWBY stream or live blog if something didn't go wrong? It's part of the experience here. Should be happy to know that this time I remembered to start recording my audio before I started the stream instead of like, yep, obligatory Homestuck folder, obligatory Patreon bookmark, all that jazz. Oh, Ren's birthday was last Saturday? Happy birthday to the boy. I know how old they're supposed to be in show. They're probably not 17 anymore. They're probably 18 at this point. But how old would they be if they have aged every year since the show came out? If they started at 17. Check the mail weekly to receive a pamphlet with printed reactions. Oh, Ren's birthdays is the same as Monty? That's nice. Oh, we're exactly halfway through the show? Well, the current show. That's pretty cool. I would say that means we're in the home stretch, but it's taken us how long to get to here? And the episodes are only getting longer and more complicated. Well, it doesn't matter if they have more episodes. It's also, there's more stuff happening in them, so I have more to talk about. We're in the Homestuck stretch. See, that's an appropriate way to say it, because the first 5 acts of Homestuck are half of the comic, and then the other half is like all Act 6. It's so long. Yeah, we're in Act 6 now. What do you mean you've seen the Homestuck folder? Y'all can't see the Homestuck. Well, you can see the folder. You can't see in the folder. Yeah, this is Act 6, Intermission 1. I know. YouTube viewers don't get to see my bookmarks. They just get to hear us talk about the Homestuck folder every time. This is not Act 2. Act 2, because Act 1 of Homestuck is the introduction. That would be, like, just episode 1 of RWBY. As far as plot goes, this is probably Act 4 or Act 5. Yeah, Haven is gonna be Cascade. Skip to Volume 3 to get to the Trolls. Yeah, that's skipping to Volume 3 to watch the tournament arc. That's what it is. I wonder if somebody has taken the Homestuck act titles and applied them to RWBY and been like, yes, this is the section where it's insane corkscrew haymakers. This is the rise of the conductor's baton. That would be interesting to do. I haven't seen enough of the show to do that, but that would be interesting to do. Oh, you literally came here from YouTube so you could actually see the Homestuck folder? That's kind of funny, actually. Wait, so did you start on the blog and then go to YouTube and then come here? Or did you start on YouTube and then come here? You started on YouTube? So have you even read the the blog up to volume 4. See, I can't do What the Heck is Homestuck because I've read Homestuck. I wouldn't be able to give it an unread reaction. Yeah, all of volume 1 is act 1. No, volume 1 up to initiation is act 1 of Homestuck. Yeah, Pilot can't continue JoJo's because she forgot that she was supposed to be reacting and just watched the show. So unfortunately, she can't keep reacting to JoJo's. She really likes it. She likes the show, but she can't keep reacting to it, unfortunately. Her favorite is Joseph, which is not a surprise to me at all. You can't say your favorite character is JoJo. Joseph actually, well, I mean, he kind of goes through it, but mostly he's a sarcastic dumbass, so of course she loves Joseph. Joseph is a smart character who is also a dumbass, which is the kind of character she likes. And also, he does get his ass kicked. Personally, I like Josuke. He's just a good boy. My favorite is the Joker. I know that she likes putting Jean through situations. I can't wait until I have caught up to the show so I can read all of her stuff, because some of it apparently has spoilers, so I have not been able to read a lot of her stuff. Jojo Siwa should be a JoJo. I think Jesus is a JoJo. Oh, you liked some of the latest ones? I will pass that on. You can specify in another chat which ones they are, because they will probably be spoilers to me. But please... Oh, you talked about it already? Okay, good. I'm very excited to get to read her stuff. I read one of them that she has guaranteed is not spoilers, and I liked it, but I haven't read any of the others. Predictions for this episode. Well, the gang is finally almost all back together, so I expect some recap stuff is gonna happen for getting everyone up to date with each other. Like, they're gonna tell Yang and Weiss about what happened in Kuroyuri. Yang and Weiss are gonna tell them some of what happened with Raven, and also probably what's going on in Atlas. But I really hope they get to just, like, hang out and be friends for a little bit. It would be nice to have them get to have a little break. The gang's all here. Now they can die together. Ah, the good old days when dying was just a joke. Was just a dark comedy bit. Oh yeah, I love Giorno's theme. But don't we all? Even though Josuke is my favorite intro is probably Bloody Stream. It's just a really good... I know she said it after Pyrrha showed up. I don't have to be happy about it. Yeah, there's gonna be some recap, I assume. I hope they get to just hang out and be friends for a little bit, and everyone gets to just talk, because that would be nice. That's fair. He really wanted to make sure that you knew Dio was a bad guy. What else do I expect to happen? I mean, obviously Crow's gonna have to tell someone that he wasn't able to get them any help. He might not tell the kids, because doesn't want to let them down. He'll probably tell Ozpin, and by association tell Oscar. I hope he tells the kids, because it would show that he trusts them, but I would understand why he wouldn't, because he doesn't want to let them down. What else? Well, obviously Yang and Weiss are gonna meet Oscar, and that's going to be an interesting conversation. I hope they like him. He's just a little guy. Even though probably Raven has colored Yang to not trust Ozpin, I hope that they get that Oscar is not Ozpin and is his own person, at least for now. But yeah, that's about what I think is gonna happen. Have I seen The Great One? The name sounds familiar. Is that the stuffed Pyrrha? The weird stuffed Pyrrha? Yes, I have. In that case, yes, I have seen The Great One. Quick, flash The Great One on screen. She's just. You have one of her, and she's just sitting over there. I should get some RWBY merch, honestly. I don't want to give Kaya orders. It would just be funny. Pilot had to relegate some of her stuffies to being put in boxes in the attic because she has so many. They don't fit on her bookshelf anymore. Well, we've been here talking for like 20 minutes, so I think we're gonna get started. Gonna open the stream on my phone so I can follow along with the chat. Okay, it's all up and ready to go. So, now, okay, I'm gonna start the stream, but I have to say, for the various Star Wars gifts that's happening, I've been in a Star Wars mood recently. I've never been into the shows or any of the extended lore. I just like the movies. And by the movies, I mean literally just episode 1 through 6. I am a fan of Star Wars, but specifically this area of Star Wars. Joker's part of Star Wars. I know I should watch Clone Wars. I haven't watched Clone Wars. I've heard it's really good, but I have not watched Clone Wars. I watched the first episode of Andor. I get why there's Star Wars discourse. The series is stuff happens in it that is not cool, but I just like the silly space guys. I just like my silly little space boys. I know he's voiced by Mark Hamill. Well, not that Joker, but a lot of them. Oh, fun discourse? Well, okay then. Right, we were about to- That is not Star Wars! That is Spock! Get him out of here! That is not even sci-fi! That's fantasy! Okay, we're starting this thing. We're starting the episode. Volume 5, Episode 7, Rest and Resolutions. Yeah, I know Star Wars is a space fantasy. It's a space opera. I actually have the novel of the original trilogy when they turned it into a novelization. Yeah, I know RWBY's happening on the screen, but have you considered I have the Star Wars original trilogy novelization? I've been meaning to reread it. I assume this is the main building at Haven that we keep seeing them fight in. Because we haven't seen that place before, so I assume this is vaguely what the main building at Haven looks like. It's definitely bigger than it actually is, so they can have these big sweeping shots. Ramen!
How do you lose your map at a time like that?
Believe me, I've asked myself the same thing ever since.
Look at them being look, he's smiling!
Be up for it, Mr.
First
Muscles.
real Jean smile.
You should have seen this guy take a giant grim head on!
I couldn't have done it without RWBY wearing it down.
Me? Did you see Ren during that fight? He was out of control!
I'm sorry. I may have lost my temper momentarily.
No,
You very much lost your temper, Ren.
Oh. Thank you.
I love them. The kids.
You did
the
not.
babies.
Yeah, right in the middle of the party. Please
He's
tell me you
slurping.
let that lady have it.
Of course not. Even if I did really want to.
No way.
Food in anime
I don't
always looks
believe
better
it.
than it does in real life. You just summon that for a bit, Weiss?
It's no replacement for the real thing. But I'll make sure to make good use of it.
That's amazing.
Incredible.
They're all so proud of her. Look at them. And
it's just
RWBY
as
weapons
strong?
person over here.
Sure is.
Wanna bet?
Nora, please, now's not the time.
Don't let her beat you.
Weiss, you are the only person not on board.
Come on, sis! Oh, you can't lose to a girl in a skirt!
You are a skirt.
RWBY.
Why is
See?
your cheering loud enough?
See?
It definitely feels like the original. I'll give you that. Yep.
The fact that she said it definitely feels like the original means that these two have arm wrestled on a regular basis. And frankly, I need to see more of that. Yeah, I don't think that's a valid way to win this fight. I feel like that's I don't even know if that's a win.
Yeah. We hate
The fact that she's able to joke about that.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Easy there, vomit boy. I believe in you.
Oh, nickname.
Oh, we're doing nickname throwbacks now. Wonderful.
I mean, the Ice Queen seems to like it.
I
Aw.
so did not miss you people.
Oh my gosh, she
Weiss
really
character
does
development is
like
real.
it. What went and warmed your heart while you were gone?
Hey, you make it sound like I used to be terrible.
What warmed her heart
Just don't want to
is
deal with it once.
realizing that, oh yeah, my family freaking sucks, guys.
It's been a long time. We've all grown in our own ways.
You really think so?
Well, think back to when we were all at Beacon.
I'm
Would
gonna
you say
give
you ever did anything
a speech
foolish or
now.
embarrassing? Or do you think you were perfect?
Oh, gosh.
I may have been a little too gung-ho from time to time.
Yang, you were a lot.
You? I tried to 1v1 a Nevermore on the second day of school.
Yeah, well,
It was technically, RWBY, technically it was the first
Well,
day
that
of school.
embarrassment, that desire to go back and tell yourself not to be so stupid. That
Also,
just proves you're
Jean,
not the
shut
same
up.
person
You
used
had
to
a
be.
whole thing going on. We don't need to get into that right
Smarter,
now.
Or kinder, or stronger. And you're not done growing yet. None of us are.
I love his little
Yeah,
smile.
turns out Ren gets real deep when he feels like talking. Well, hold on.
Look at the
I was pretty
kiddos.
great in school.
Even at the dance, when you spilled punch all over yourself in front of—
Yes, especially the dance. Thank you, Yang.
Now I need to see what did you do? I don't remember that happening.
Dinner.
Sassy Crow. Oh. Yang's all mad now. Based on how he's sitting, I assume he's Ozpin right now.
So, the maidens, magic, Salem, it's all true?
Miss Zhao Long, is this more or less what your mother told you?
For the most part.
You forgot something. You forgot to tell everyone what you did to Crow and my mother.
what is she talking about?
I still don't think it was the way that Raven told it, especially since Crow
Not a
reacted
secret
like
I
that.
thought she would give up so easily. Your mother must trust you a great deal.
Or she just distrusts you a great deal.
My ability to reincarnate, though a curse, isn't without a few key benefits. Much like the maidens, I too possess a certain magical power.
We know you're the wizard.
Using this power, I was able to gift the Bronwyn twins the ability to see more, to move freely and be unburdened by their natural bodies. Well, gave them the ability to turn into birds. Rather ridiculous sounding out loud, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but this is a fairy tale.
Uncle?
You turn them into birds.
All right, now you're just messing with us.
What else is new?
He's telling the truth. We saw it. Yang's mom changed right in front of us.
I love how angry Yang is.
Why would you do something like that? I mean, what is wrong with you?
Yang, that's enough. We made a choice. We wanted this.
Yeah, Yang, you really think Raven told you everything? The queen of keeping things close to the chest?
Granting this power to them was no trivial task, and I can assure you it was not done frivolously. I required assistance in gathering information on Salem's plans, as well as searching for maidens when their hosts became unclear.
Okay, so have you done this with others? Like General Ironwood or Professor Goodwitch?
As helpful as that might be, unfortunately, it is not that simple. My power is finite, and if I'm being
Have
honest,
people-
dwindling.
Oh, he
The amount
has
that
a
I
limited
gifted to Crow
amount.
and Raven was,
It's not
all
an
things
infinite
considered,
thing. Like how
rather
Aura
minuscule.
can replenish, magic can't.
You see, centuries ago, I sacrificed a great deal of magic to 4 young women, who I hoped would use my gift for good.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I freaking knew that he was the one who made the maidens. Drinking some water. I freaking knew that Ozpin was the one who made the maidens. As soon as it was like, they met an old wizard, and they gave them the power. And Ozpin kept being like, if you believe it, that story's been around since I was a boy. And then we found out he's millennia old. I'm like, of course! Of course he's the one who did it. It's like in Doctor Who, when River's like, I hate old wizards and stories, they always turn out to be him. All the wizards are Ozpin. All of them are. Oh man, we're already 3/4. This is a short episode, dang. The wizard was green colored. He was green-coated, he gave them magic, a magic that Ozpin knew about for some reason and didn't tell anyone. It's because he was the one who made the maidens. He had a stick. All wizards with sticks. They're all Ozpin. But also, I do like that as soon as Yang started being all uppity, Crow was like, no, kid, I understand why you're mad, but like, your mom was very misleading you. Ozpin did not force us to turn into birds. We wanted to help him, and so we wanted to turn into birds. We asked for this. We didn't just wake up one day and we were birds. That's not how it happened. It's interesting that his magic is finite, though, because aura can replenish. Once you run out of aura, you can recharge it over time, but his magic apparently isn't like that. It's more like he has a very deep well to draw from, but once the well is empty, it's gone. So does that mean the part of Crow and Raven that allows them to turn into birds, does that mean that's also finite? So like if they do it too often, eventually they'll stop being able to do it? Same with the maidens. If they use their powers too much over the centuries since Ozpin, well, not Ozpin, I guess he wouldn't have been Ozpin back then, since I'm going to keep calling him Ozpin, since Ozpin made the maidens, that eventually their powers could stop working. It's magic, we don't have to explain it, but since they've established that it's a finite thing, there has to be rules. Yeah, I do, wait, people were mad about that? Having the ability to turn into a bird has no downsides, especially since there aren't any physical effects to the person, it's just a magical transformation. It's not like Animorphs where it hurts when you turn into a bird. No, you're just poof and you're a bird. So, like, this was clearly Raven trying to mislead Yang and make it seem like Ozpin did something to them against their will, when instead, did something terrible to them against their will, when instead he really granted them a gift that had no downsides, and they asked for the gift. I think, obviously Raven knows that it was not done against her will. What she feels what it was against her will was that she was given the power if and only if she would work for Ozpin. She felt that she had no choice in the matter, because having the power tied her to him, so she had to work for him. That's what she feels was against her will, and so it colored her perception of the whole power as being against her will as well. Yeah, I've heard that there were some issues with this volume because of funds being stolen and all that jazz. I think it's doing okay, honestly. Yeah, but I understand that she was totally wrong about it, but I can understand why that would color her perception to be something that was forced upon her. Because Raven's whole thing is that she has ties to people, but she doesn't want to have ties to people, because having ties makes you more weak in her eyes. Yeah, she doesn't want to have people to have things on her. Hashtag intimacy issues. She really does, man. I do appreciate also that even though Ranger knows about magic and the maidens and all that, when they heard that they can turn into birds, they were also skeptical, because it shows that, okay, they've accepted some things, but being able to turn into birds and the more fantastical side of it is still out of the realm of imagination for them. I like that it's like, yes, we know about magic, but we haven't fully accepted the full implications of what magic existing in the world would mean. It's nice that they're further along on the journey, but they still haven't gotten to the end point that Crow and all the other conspiracy people can. I hope that Yang and Weiss get to talk to actual Oscar, though. He's a baby boy, and he is adorable, and I want to hear from him more. Yeah, also, that's a thing. Obviously, when the maidens die, their power is built to pass on to the young woman who was in their last thoughts, or someone random if it's a guy or an old woman. But what happens if Crow and Raven die? Do their powers pass on to someone else? Do their ability to turn into a bird pass on to the person who's in their last thoughts, or does it go back to Ozpin and give him more mana back? How does that work? I think it is literally that you're only allowed to have one magical power, not two. Raven, did you lay this egg? Where's the JoJo Dojinshi with the Kakyoin, did you lay this egg? Where is that? Raven, did you lay this egg? With Tai and Raven standing next to a human-sized egg. Well, that's because she's not really changing form. What she's really doing is teleporting. Because she doesn't have her. I've had this idea for a while that her speed semblance clearly doesn't work the same way as, like, Neon's does. Because Neon's speed semblance, she's physically there and just going faster. But Ruby, she turns into petals and appears somewhere else. So I think her semblance is more accurately described as teleportation. Can I offer you a nice egg in this drying time? Gonna continue now, though.
They were the first maidens.
I'm glad that no one was
Miss
surprised to hear
Zhao
that.
It was never my intention to lie to you. To any of you.
I don't think that's
Just
true. I
some
think that's a
matters that I
lie.
prefer to play close to the chest. I believe that's how you phrased it.
Yeah.
Everyone has a choice. The Bronwyns chose to accept their powers.
Ozpin,
the
I am
responsibilities
100%
that
certain
came
there
with
is
them.
still stuff you are keeping from them
Later,
and from us.
One of them chose to abandon her duties in favor of her own self-interest. Now, all of you have a choice.
Well, I guess cowardice is still self-interest.
If anyone wishes to leave, now is the time. There is no shame or disgrace in abstaining. Only in retreat.
Yeah, Ozpin, I don't know if any of you have seen Wheel of Time. Ozpin is like an Aes Sedai. He doesn't lie, he just doesn't tell the whole truth. He doesn't say things that are false. He just misleads or says things that are true from a certain point of view. He's very Aes Sedai in that way. I love Wheel of Time. I've been watching the series. I've been watching the show. Pilot got me into it, and I've been very much enjoying it. I haven't read the books. Well, I've read the first one, but I haven't read the other ones. I don't know the attention span for that, but they're very good books, and he gives me very Moraine energy. He would do well in the blue Aja.
Very well then.
Yay?
If Ruby sticks around, then I will too. If there's one thing I know about her, it's that she somehow always knows the right thing to do.
No pressure, Ruby. You better know the right thing to do or you're leading
But
everyone astray.
If we're going to help, if we're going to keep risking our lives, no more lies.
No, he's not. Just because he's green doesn't mean he's a green Aja. That's not how it works. You don't get to... The Aja colors aren't just based on what you would do well as. Blue is the Aja of having a quest and sticking to it no matter what. Devoting your whole life to a mission. So of course he would be blue. He has a mission, and it's not the manipulation Aja. No, blue is about having a mission and sticking to it your entire life, which is what his whole deal is. So he would be blue. He is not the battle Aja. He's the quest Aja. He's blue. It doesn't matter if the color doesn't look good on him.
No more half-truths.
Understood.
And again, I want it to be pointed out, he didn't say, yes, I will do that. He said, understood, which isn't a lie, which means that he could, understood, blah, blah, blah. His hand is behind his back. He could be crossing his fingers. No, he is not saying that he is going to tell them the truth or stop keeping things from them. Yeah, exactly. I understand you don't want me to hide things from you. He's not saying I will stop lying to you. He says, I understand that you don't want me to lie to you. Because for Ozpin, he hasn't faced any consequences, really, for his keeping things close to the chest thing being a problem. He hasn't faced any consequences for that yet. So he's not going to stop until he actually faces consequences about it. I can't get them to watch RWBY until I finish it. She's gonna punch the child. No, my parents haven't watched RWBYs. Pilot's parents have watched RWBY. She's hovering. She's holding on the core strength. See, the fall of Beacon is complicated. Because it was a consequence, but I don't think it was entirely a consequence of Ozpin keeping things close to the chest. Because even if he told everyone what was happening, it still would have happened. The fall of Beacon was a result of him being overconfident and believing that there's no way Salem could strike at him that close at home. It wasn't a result of him keeping things too close to the chest. It was his fault, but it wasn't his fault because of him keeping things close to the chest. It was a fault of him doing something else. And he faced the ultimate consequence. Bro died. She's still grumpy, though.
So, what now? I mean, what can we do?
That is a difficult question. One that I believe is best answered tomorrow.
What do you mean?
The road ahead is undoubtedly filled with hardships and peril. However, it has been far too long since you have all been together. Please, take tonight. Enjoy this moment.
He's still a teacher at heart. He wants his kids to be okay and be friends with each other.
Raven? Crow? They're birds!
Nora.
Cracked it!
Nora. Nora, sweetie.
Hey, Ugly.
Oh, it's Shady Man. Oh.
Is Raven Bronwyn home?
See, Raven? See, Raven? I told you you wouldn't be able to stay out of stuff. You have the maiden.
Real bad week. So I think I'm gonna take it out on you.
You're about to have a much worse week.
Doesn't look like he wants to cooperate, boss.
Then make him.
I was hoping you'd say that.
See, Raven? See, Raven, I freaking told you you wouldn't be— Shady Man for scale. I freaking told you you wouldn't be able to stay out of stuff just because you're hiding in the woods. And you're like, I'm not involved with Ozpin anymore. Bro, you have the maiden! You either are the maiden, or Vernal is, but either way, you can't stay out of stuff forever. The relic is still locked away. You can't stay out of this plot forever. Oh, bye. I'm glad you were able to be here for the stream at least. It's just good character interactions. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that scene where they're all having dinner, just because it's so feel good of them just hanging out and being friends. They're friends, they're family, damn it. The way they're interacting, that's how like siblings interact. Exactly, the kiddos. There isn't much to say about this episode, and everything that I had to say I pretty much said already. It's a good episode. Again, not much happens, but y'all know I love those character interactions, even if they don't amount to anything. Honestly, that scene in Volume 2 where they're playing a board game together is one of my favorite scenes. I love it. Yeah, it should be pretty easy. I only paused twice, I think. Yeah, thrice. I don't remember the third time. But yeah, since I've done most of the talking in the episode, how about fuck people who said not a lot, they don't like it because not a lot happens in this episode. You need a breather every so often. It can't be action every episode. That would get dull. The human brain cannot deal with things happening all the time. You need downtime moments. But yeah, since I've already done most of my talking, we can just do the ship game now, if y'all want. Yeah, what's the ship for this episode? Pink Lemonade. Pink Lemonade. Well, Pink, I would guess, is Nora, because that's her whole thing, is that she is the pink. Lemonade. Can't think of anyone related to the drink, so I guess I'm just gonna go with the color, which is yellow, which means it's either Jean or Yang, and it's not Jean, because I'm pretty sure Nora and Jean is just called, like, Nora's Ark or something. So I guess Yang. I'm gonna say it's Nora and Yang. Yay! That's a good name. That would also be a very cute ship. Let's put the two girls who hide their issues behind laughter in a couple. Let's put the two girls who have sadness and put it behind jokes and put them in a couple and watch them not talk about their emotions. It's different though. Like, Nora and RWBY is different than hiding it behind jokes. Nora and RWBY is hiding it behind smiles and pretending that you're innocent and happy all the time. Yang and Nora are like, oh, no, I'm fine. See, Dabs does a peace sign. Yeah, they're hiding it behind being the happy-go-lucky ones and joking around. While Nora and RWBY are both hiding it behind, no, guys, we can do this if we all just work together. Don't worry about how I'm doing, though. Look over there. Yeah, exactly. I think they should dab. They should dab more. Yes, thank you, Weiss dab emoji. I'm gonna look at my calendar to see if I have anything coming up next Saturday. Saturday. Oh, actually, I do. I'm not going to be here next Saturday. We're going on a trip for 4th of July. But at least I'm letting you know ahead of time instead of it being Saturday, me being like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm out of the state. But yeah, so there won't be a stream next Saturday. Oh, your brother's getting married, Kaya? Very nice. Congratulations to him. And the fact that I'm not streaming next Saturday should give you plenty of time to edit the things. So, yeah, I don't have much else to say. Thank you to everyone for being here and for joining me. I guess thank you to everyone on YouTube now, if there's anyone here on YouTube. I very much enjoyed this episode. It was good. If you want to help me keep doing this, there is a Patreon and whatnot. And also, if you haven't seen my reactions through Volume 4, there is I did those as a Tumblr live blog, and there will be a link. Aw, she played Shine? I didn't even notice that. She still has Shine on her phone. Aw. I usually go back and watch the YouTube edit. I enjoy watching them. I don't enjoy listening to myself talk, because most people don't, and I don't, but I enjoy seeing the edit, so I go back and watch it at least once. I'm going to endeavor not to blow off any body parts. The most I will use for fireworks is probably sparklers, because I'm a big baby. But yeah, that's all for this week. Glad you all could join me. And I guess until not next week, 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna say bye-bye.